In the previous episode, we met the characters of our adventure, and now the day has come to head to the sea. As the crew prepared to face the ocean, the Kumar stood proudly in the port, like a venerable figure defying time and adversities. It was a testament to the resilience of the Indian people and their intimate connection with the sea, a story unfolding in every line drawn on the hull of the Kumar. On the morning of the ship's departure, as everyone prepared for the beginning of the journey, Callie helped her mother serve the aromatic masala chai. As she moved among the fishermen, her eyes gleamed with a mixture of curiosity and longing. The sight of those vessels setting off into the unknown awakened in her heart an overwhelming desire to explore the vast ocean. As she watched the hustle and bustle at the port, Callie made a daring decision. Deep inside, she decided to secretly board the Kumar, concealing herself among the barrels of supplies stored on the deck. Her small and agile feet led her to the improvised hideaway, where she hoped to embark on an adventure like nothing she had ever experienced before. As the vessel prepared to depart, the crew, unaware of Callie's clandestine presence, was eager to move forward. However, a strange premonition haunted Anisha, Callie's mother. While she supervised the final preparations, her heart felt restless, as if some part of her soul knew that something was wrong. As the ship slowly drifted away from the dock, Dara remained at the port, her eyes fixed on the Kumar as it merged with the distortion of the horizon. The bright sun cast a golden light over the waters, creating a mesmerizing glow. However, an unexpected breeze brushed through Dara's gray hair, sending a shiver down her spine. The breeze brought with it a subtle shift in the atmosphere. The air felt heavy and electrified, as if an invisible presence was approaching. The sounds around diminished, replaced by an oppressive silence that spread across the port. Dara looked up at the sky, observing dark and menacing clouds forming rapidly. The wind blew stronger, swaying the flags and rustling the leaves of the trees. A feeling of unease overcame her as her heart raced inside her chest. The distortion of the horizon intensified, as if the sea itself was reacting to the ominous foreboding that hung in the air. The Kumar appeared small and vulnerable amidst the ocean's vastness, like a solitary prey in the midst of an unknown and unforgiving world. So, a distant sound echoed through the air, like a haunted whisper. The voice of the sea seemed to murmur dark secrets, reverberating in Dara's depths. The hairs on the back of his neck stood up, and a feeling of fear and fascination engulfed him. As Dara stood still, the eerie breeze intensified, wrapping around him like a cold, invisible hand. A shiver ran down his spine, and he found himself overcome by a mixture of fear and curiosity. It was as if something sinister was about to reveal itself, something beyond human comprehension. The seconds seemed to drag on as Dara waited, his breath held in his throat. The suspense in the air was almost palpable, charged with unbearable tension. He knew he was facing a crucial moment, a turning point between normalcy and the arrival of something beyond his comprehension. As the wind howled, and the elements seemed to conspire in a sinister dance, Dara finally understood that the oppressive silence and eerie breeze were harbingers of Kumar's journey into the unknown. The suspense intensified, and she knew the voyage held much more than just fish and maritime routines. There was something dark and mysterious hidden in the depths of the ocean, waiting to be unveiled. With a racing heart and a sense of apprehension, Dara watched the ship disappear on the horizon, as the eerie suspense continued to envelop the port. The Kumar's journey was about to unveil ancestral secrets, plunging everyone involved into a dark tale of mystery and danger. As the Kumar gained distance from the coast, excitement took over the sailors. However, as time passed, Callie's absence started to be noticed. Her absence stirred up a sense of unease that quietly spread throughout the port. Meanwhile, Callie, hidden on the deck, experienced a mixture of emotions. The initial excitement gave way to a blend of fear and anticipation as the reality of her bold adventure unfolded. She realized that by hiding, she had jeopardized her safety and relied on her own courage to face the unknown. As the hours passed, Callie found herself in an internal dilemma. If she revealed her presence, she would face her family's reprimand and the possibility of having to return home. However, remaining silent meant continuing a lonely and uncertain journey, far from her family and the familiar comfort of the port. As the vessel advanced through the ocean, Callie found herself confronted with the decision to reveal her presence or remain silent. At that moment, courage and determination took hold of her. She knew she needed to face the consequences of her impulsive act and find a way to integrate into the crew, turning her clandestine adventure into something much riskier. Thus, Callie was discovered in her hiding place on the deck when Raj needed to move the barrels, causing the sailor to almost sit down on the ground in surprise upon coming across Callie still crouched there, facing surprised and astonished looks. Her unexpected presence evoked a mixture of concern and despair among the sailors. While disapproving of her act, the ship's commander knew he couldn't send her back, as it would cost a lot of fuel and put the 3-month fishing expedition at risk. With his wisdom, he sent a radio signal to the port to report the incident and reassure Anisha. As the Kumar sailed toward the horizon, Callie was assigned to help the sailors and assist Kadir in the kitchen. As the Kumar ventured into the darkness of the first night at sea, Raj began to feel an unsettling sensation, as if invisible eyes were fixed on him. A shiver ran down his spine, and his skin tingled with growing unease. The darkness of the night seemed to weigh on his shoulders, as if a veil of dark secrets enveloped the vessel. Raj paced the deck, shadows dancing around him, playing tricks on his mind and evoking a sense of discomfort. The muffled sound of the fishermen arranging fishing cages throughout the night echoed through the corridors of the Kumar, amplifying the eerie atmosphere that hung in the air. By dawn, Raj found himself the only one awake on the vessel. The visible weariness on the fishermen's faces showcased the tireless dedication with which they had worked through the night, preparing bait and ensuring everything was ready for the journey. As cold mist enveloped the deck, reducing visibility to just a few meters ahead, Raj felt isolated and wrapped in a claustrophobic atmosphere. It was as if the sea and the sky emerged into a massive dense fog, limiting his field of vision and magnifying his sense of being in a world apart. In a fleeting moment, Raj observed movement in the waters near the ship. A shiver ran through his body as he realized something immense passing close to the vessel. His heart raced irregularly, echoing in his ears like a pounding drum. He wondered if he was simply exhausted and imagining things, or if there was something real and threatening in the depths of the ocean. The sound of the tumultuous sea, combined with the biting cold and suffocating fog, seemed to whisper unsettling secrets in his ears. Raj felt like an intruder in an unknown realm, where forces beyond his comprehension stirred. Each beat of his heart resonated as a reminder of his fragility in the face of the mystery that surrounded the vessel. As uncertainty intertwined with exhaustion, Raj remained on the deck, listening to his own heart, trying to decipher the secrets the sea was whispering to him. The feeling of being watched persisted, leaving him alert and vulnerable. He knew the journey would be marked by challenges and discoveries, but he had no idea of the true terror awaiting them in the dark and unpredictable ocean. Raj was awakened from his deep slumber by Manu's calls echoing through the ship's corridor. Feeling disoriented and still trapped in the remnants of his disturbing nightmare, he rose from his bed, his heart still racing from the imaginary terror. As he entered the captain's cabin, a shiver ran down Raj's spine. Manu was sitting in his swivel chair, his back to the door. The claustrophobic atmosphere of the room seemed to intensify, as if a sinister presence was enveloping them. Raj took a few hesitant steps toward Manu, feeling his own body tense and his palms sweaty. In a slow, gravity-defying movement, Manu turned his chair, revealing his face in a cadaverous state. His skin was as pale as death, his eyes empty as if lifeless. It was as if a spirit had possessed the captain's body, turning him into a walking corpse. Shock and fear engulfed Raj like a dark veil. He struggled to control his breath, feeling the air grow thin around him. The world seemed to spin in slow motion, reality merging with the images from his nightmare. Suddenly, Raj snapped out of his trance as a bucket of cold water was thrown on his face. Callie stood by his side, her expression serious and concerned. The impact of the freezing water brought him back to reality, and he blinked his eyes, trying to shake off the haze of the dream. Now fully awake, Raj realized he was panting, his body covered in cold sweat. The sinister dream he had was an ill omen, a vision that left him uneasy. However, he knew that if he shared his experience, he would be ridiculed by the other crew members. The fear of scorn and disbelief made him keep the secret to himself, burying it deep within. As the day began to dawn, Raj struggled to push the terrifying images from his mind. The feeling of tension and mistrust still lingered in his chest, as if an invisible veil surrounded them. He wondered if the nightmare held any meaning, if it was a warning of what was to come. As the crew moved around the ship, engrossed in their daily tasks, night approached once again, and Raj felt isolated in his silent torment. He tried to ignore the memories of the dream, but the fear persisted, the sensation that something dreadful lurked in the shadows of the vessel. Raj decided to face his tasks with courage, but the seed of doubt and fear continued to take root within him. He knew that as the Kumar sailed through the unknown waters, they would be exposed to dangers and mysteries beyond their comprehension. The dark dream was a constant reminder that the stories and legends haunting the village of Fort Kochi might hold more truth than he had ever imagined. When around 11 o'clock at night, from the vastness of the sea, the dreaded serpent emerged, Raj's senses were proven right. Tarkasur appeared after centuries, stirring the waters of the Indian Ocean and causing a terrible tsunami. Manu, with his eyes fixed on that gigantic creature, realized that all the stories told by his parents and grandparents were real, and now he was facing the greatest challenge of his life. In the next and final episode of the series Ocean Secrets, India, we will witness the conclusion of a battle that had been forgotten for centuries. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and turn on notifications.